What is happening?
It's about Jordan. Girl, he's all over the news.
Next Wednesday.
That's disturbing. Is it true?
Hell no, it's not true.
When scandals rock their world,
I like bad girls.
I need time to process this.
they're forced to question everything.
If I decide to have this baby, are you going to leave?
I got a DNA test.
How do we know she's telling the truth?
Are you gonna stick by him?
Dang, I mean, for as good as I thought last night's episode was, the trailer for next week, it just takes it to another level, folks, and I'm here for it. So season 7, episode 7, airing on Valentine's Day of all days. It's giving scandal. I think that's just a fitting title for Valentine's Day. Imagine you get caught with your side chick or something. Oh, it's giving scandal, all right. Okay. Synopsis. Just when things seem to be perfect between Andy and Jordan, a damaging story about Jordan's past surfaces that not only impacts his campaign, but his relationship with Andy. So Gary, towards the end of last night's episode, got a phone call from, I believe, Hudson, talking about how, yeah, we've already paid the girl, but the cop is going to charge a lot of money. And, once they get that arranged, that's when they can use this story to just destroy Jordan. And it seems that everything is going to fall into place because Fatima goes to Andy in her office, just say, hey, it's all over the news. What is? And then the story, candidate Jordan Williams accused of having relations with underage girl. And it is insane. I mean, this is a crazy story to stir up, but I think it's so relevant in terms of these kind of stories make a lot of traction in the real world. Any sort of scandal. So I do like that they're really playing this up as a huge deal, because it is. In my opinion, I mean, look, I'm only judging it off the promo, which is kind of dangerous to do because it's just a 30-second, well, technically a minute if you count the 30-second promo and then the 30-second in-credit promo at the end of last night's episode. But it truly feels like we're feeling the weight that the characters are going through, specifically Andy and Jordan, because they're heavily impacted by the media running this story, and it's going to impact their relationship. And it's kind of crazy that a show like Sistas, which doesn't really focus on politics much, if any, I feel like they're doing a much better job of the average everyday person and their reaction to a huge political news story than they do on The Oval. I'm just saying. But they meet up in the parking lot. I believe this is the parking garage of the law firm. And Andy's like, is it true? And you got Jordan like, hell no, it's not true. I'm not going to lie. It's almost like the dynamic between these two is even better when it's drama than when they're acting all lovey-dovey. So later on that night, we're at the penthouse, and it's just a very crazy day that went down. The girls are just concerned. Sabrina's like, this is disturbing. And then Annie's like, look, I just need time to just process all this. And Danny asked the $1 million question. So are you going to stand by him through this? And I think this is a very, very good question, because not only would standing by Jordan be detrimental to, the campaign. Well, I mean, Andy standing by Jordan in the midst of his campaign and his public reputation falling apart, this could be detrimental to her, because I have no doubt in my mind that if Andy stays standing by Jordan, there is no way she will get partner. There is no way she will get partner, because the law firm will be like, look, didn't we just go through this thing with the Gary Borders situation? And didn't Andrea used to, interact with him? Now she's been seen everywhere standing with Jordan, during his speeches on stage and whatnot during his campaign. And now he's accused of sleeping with having relations with underage girls. No, okay, yeah, there's no way she's going to be partner of us. Have her name on the company logo? Heck to the no. So I feel like Andy's going to have to make a decision. My biggest thing is, I wonder how Penelope is going to react to this, because this is her brother. This is her brother. And I wonder if she's like, probably going to be the person like, no, I know my brother, he does not do this. But then Andy's going to be like, well, I don't know if I believe it either, but I don't think I can stand with him because it will mess up my career. And I wonder if this could create a rift between Penelope and Andy with their plans to bring down Gary, unless, Andy suspects Gary is behind this, which he obviously is. So there's a little bit of drama there that I'm intrigued to see how things are going to play out. But aside from that, we only got like 2 or 3 more things to talk about here, because like I said last week, the trailers, this one wasn't lackluster. It's just that the trailers, I remember the days where when I did my episode trailer breakdowns for Sistas, I would have almost a page of notes, but I barely have a third here. Now we have Gary, he kissed Tamara, and I double checked at the end of the last episode. She was kissing him back. She was obviously stunned when he pulled away. It's like, I like bad girls. And then Hayden rolls up, everything good. And then Tamara's face, you could just see like the guilt and confusion on her face. I don't know if Gary's really feeling Tamara. Hell, I know I would. But it's one of those things where maybe he's kind of testing the waters to see if she's really, legit about feeling Hayden, or is this one of Gary's, ploys to see if she's really just, playing him. From there, we got Sabrina. Look, Sabrina, this is stupid. And it sucks because a couple weeks ago, I'm like, you know what? I think the Sabrina and Rich couple, they're the best couple in the show right now. And when I say show, I'm not counting Zach and Fatima. I'm talking about the new relationships that Andy, Danny, and Sabrina have, ranking them with their new boyfriends. If I decide to have this baby on my own, are you going to leave? I'm going to be honest here. I think that's a dumbass question. I think that is an incredibly dumbass question. Rich said he doesn't want kids. So just because you choose to have a child that doesn't involve him, what makes you think he would stay? I think Sabrina is bringing her own misery on herself. It's simple as this. It's like what Tony tells Danny in another part of the trailer. Either you deal with it or you move on. So I think Sabrina doing this is just ridiculous. And it looks like Rich took her out for her birthday to have a dinner. And now she's going to ruin it by asking this stupid question. So Tony, they're at the airport. Look, shit happens, Danny. You knew what this is. You knew what this was when you signed up. You either deal with it or you move on. So, yeah, Danny, what do you want to do? You either stay with Tony knowing he has these kids or you move on. It's as simple as that. It's crazy because you have these people that talk about black men are absentee fathers and whatnot, but then you date someone who has kids already, but then you just assume the kids wouldn't be part of their lives. It's like, oh, he'll just, send child support and whatnot. But no, the whole summer, these kids are going to be staying with him, but Danny is going to be in her feelings about it. But this is what happens. Karen. Okay, well, actually, we have Fatima talking to, I don't know, maybe it's Andy. How do we know that she's telling the truth? I don't know who this is. Maybe she's talking to Andy about something, or maybe she's talking about to Zach about Karen, but it's the middle of the night. Karen just rolls up to the house, bangs on the door. Zach's like, what's up? I got a DNA test for tomorrow. Happy now? Real quick. Yeah, this is just stupid. She could have easily called or texted saying, I got a DNA test for tomorrow. Show up to the hospital at this time. Unpopular opinion. This is exactly what Zach did when he barged into the salon for the grand opening to demand a DNA test. People were like, well, it was during the day. No, it was not. It was at night. And then the next morning, that's when I believe Fatima was talking to Andy at work, and she mentioned how Danny talked about what happened last night. And then, brunch is when they had the birthday thing, and then this episode is going to take place at night and then the next morning. But yeah, I don't think that Karen needs to do all this, but like I said, this is what she does, tick for tack, even though she has done this to Zach a lot more than Zach has done it to her. But people seem to forget about, okay, yeah, Karen always rolls up to the house unannounced, but what about when Zach burst into the hotel room when she was with Aaron? And I mean, when he comes over to her place unannounced all the time after she had kicked him out, and then he gets in a fight with Aaron. So I don't want to keep a scoreboard. I'm pretty sure there are some very, very talented fans out there who could do the work for me. We need to make a tally of how many times Karen has shown up to Zach's house unannounced, and tally up all the times Zach showed up to Karen's apartment after he was kicked out unannounced, the hotel incident, and the list goes on from there. So I'm pretty sure it might be tied up, but who knows? So my biggest question is, okay, you got a DNA test scheduled. Is Zach going? Obviously, he needs to, and he should, due to his DNA sample. So there's that. But that's about it for the trailer for next week's episode. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll catch you in the next one.